and welcome to my new video. If you're new here, hi, I'm Lex, and today I'm actually doing something a little special. A lot of you are probably already familiar with Katie Cozy Way, perhaps, my fellow Animal Crossing YouTuber. Katie, I love you. I'm so glad we're doing a little collab. Today we're collaborating in Happy Home Paradise, actually. Let's get right into it. We are going to be doing a little design challenge. I am super excited for it. The design challenge includes no repeat items, so that's going to be a little difficult. So we can't repeat any item. Pathing and stuff doesn't count for the exterior. We are doing inside and outside. We can repeat like pathing, no tree repeats, no like interior item repeats. So I can't do like glow in the dark stickers on the walls because that would be a repeat item. That means I can't create symmetry. We're also going to be doing the same individual for our little build today, and I'm really excited. So one of my favorites. So here I have my Blathers amiibo. Blathers is so cutie. I love him. We're going to be doing a home for him, and I'm going to try to give him the home he deserves, despite the fact that he is not going to have any repeat clients. Let's go ahead and get him in though. Okay, thank goodness the amiibo is working. Would you like to connect with this client? Yes. I think you also get his photo. When you do like an NPC house in Happy Home Paradise, I'm pretty sure you get their photo, which is so cute. Hello, this is Blathers. Look at him. Look at him. We're gonna make him such a beautiful home. Such a beautiful home. It's gonna be one of the only like really well-designed homes that I'm attempting this year. I have not done my best on a Happy Home Paradise home in probably since 2021, if I'm being honest with you. Also, just as a little heads up, my little cat is here to assist. Roni is like my secretary of YouTube affairs. So if you have any complaints, please talk to him. But yeah, at the end of this video, I will showcase Katie's reaction to my build so you can see what she thinks. And if you want to see her build, of course, you'll have to head over to Katie's channel. Again, it's Katie Cozy Way. It'll be in the description. I love Katie. I think all of you will too. Any of you who haven't already watched her videos, she makes the best island tours and everything. So go check her out. Okay. I didn't think this far ahead. I didn't think about how I'd have to choose an actual spot for him. I don't want him to have something with bugs, but this one was so cute. It just feels evil to give him the butterfly like home area when I know he doesn't like butterflies or insects, period. We could do this, give him a bit of a like southern vibe. Not southern, but like foresty, interesting section. Could do this since he does like giving facts about fish, give him a fishing area. I'm thinking this one. I'm curious to see which things Katie will choose. It would be really funny if we had some like similarities between our builds. I also did not prep by going and getting like specific items that would appear in my catalog. So we're working with what I've got in Happy Home Paradise. Little additional challenge, you know, something light. I don't think some of the items appear anyway, but I'd love if I could use like the HHA plaques and stuff on the wall maybe to give it more of an academic feeling, I guess. I really want this to represent who Blathers is, but still feel like a vacation, a getaway. So we'll see how it goes. I am going to start on the inside because my favorite thing to decorate is the exterior. So I want to start with my interior here. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm also wondering, will it count as a repeat item if I use a tree at a different stage of growth? It could be different. It could be different. I don't know. I'm gonna think. I feel like Katie would call me a cheater. Okay, we did agree on only having one floor, so we are keeping that. I can't remember how to edit everything. Oh, we could do a soundscape as well. I could just do something casual for him. I don't know. I'm gonna move myself over here for now so I can like listen to this stuff. I'm thinking maybe the forest would be a nice little calming area for him. I also want to turn the light down a little bit so it's not blinding. I think we'll keep this entryway for now. And we will use the windows. I think I'm gonna give him a longer house, but keep it at 6 like width. I feel like that'll be a cute space. We didn't really agree on a specific dimension for the interior, so hope this is fine. Yeah, okay, let's get into building. First order of business is always going to be what wallpaper and flooring you use. I wanna give him something that feels like pretty neutral. I wanna be able to decorate the walls however Roni just got on the desk. Hello? He's trying to block the camera. Everyone say hi to Roni. Hello, Roni. He's so funny. Okay, bye, Ronald. Anyway, I want to give him something neutral so I can put decor on the walls, but I'm not sure exactly what kind of wall I want to give him yet. Like I said, I want this to be a mix of his like academic energy and also feel like a getaway though. So I don't know. I could do something like this, and then the side wall could maybe be an accent wall where I give him like a little beachy getaway. That doesn't make sense for this area. Maybe I do this, the meadow vista, or this. Oh, shoot, no. Give him this as a little thing. What would make sense with the exterior here? Probably the meadow, but then I could give him this common wall that I had before as his regular wall. Or I could even give him something a little fancier. Roni is continuing to jump on my desk. He is not being a very well-behaved boy today. Hello, Ronald. Roni is a very needy little cat. I love him. He's my little baby. Okay, I'm pretty settled on this wall and flooring combination. So it's the common wall and the natural flooring. I do like the meadow vista, but this is where it's going to get difficult. Because there's no repeat items, I can use one partition wall. So I think we're going to put that right over here. Or I guess we could put it over here. No, I don't like that you can still see the wall from that angle. So we'll do this. And then I definitely need to use one of these pillars as well to kind of round it off. Let me see if this has a better customization. Yeah, we'll do this one. So that means I can't use any other partition walls or any of the columns in the rest of this build. So this is where it's kind of getting into this is why it's difficult. I was also considering using these beside the wall partition just to see how they look. Like imagine having this little vibe going on. I think that could be cool. I'm going to leave it for now and maybe I'll decide later that it looks dumb and I'm not going to do it. But for now, I'm going to keep it. I do want to put a stool in front of one of them as a little treat for Blathers. So also given the no repeat situation, I'm thinking we should go for just a cluttered vibe in the house just because it just, I don't know, something about clutter makes it easier not to repeat items because I can just have a lot sitting around and it still makes sense. So we might go for a more cluttered academic angle, even though I feel like Blathers would be pretty clean except for his like book stacks everywhere. That's the kind of vibe he gives me at least. Okay, I'm thinking this is good. I also want to find a way to split up the room a little bit. So I'm thinking those like tall partitions that you can have. I can't remember what they're called, but I'll know it when I see it. It's like these. The medium wooden partition, I feel like could be a good way to separate the room up a little more. I wish there was a lighter wood version that wasn't super light, but I don't think there is going to be one. We could do green if I wanted. We could try cherry wood. That's worse. We could try light wood. I guess that's better than the dark wood. I don't know. But I want to use this to kind of separate the room off a little more. So I'm thinking we could give him something in this corner, maybe like a little study area or something. I don't know though, because I feel like maybe his study area should be bigger since that's the bigger part of his personality. So instead of like hiding it away in the corner, we could just do that. I could also put a wall here as you come in the door so that this is like a little living space. And then we could have like a kitchen dining area here. I kind of like that. So we could do the kitchen here. This is like his little dining table. Living room here, and then this is like a study area. I also, thank goodness, I'm like traumatized from having to design my house on Mini Isle. I didn't have any rugs. I don't know if you've ever tried to design an interior with no rugs, but it is in fact a difficult thing to do. I don't recommend for the weak at heart. But yeah, this I think will be a good way to separate off the rooms. I might even do one over here. Maybe it'll be a part of the kitchen, and then this is his study area. I don't know, let me start putting some kitchen things down as well, just to see how I'm feeling about all that. I think he would have something pretty basic, pretty standard. So I'm going to give him the compact kitchen. I think it's a cute item. It'll work in his house. I think it'll be good. We're going to do that. I'll just keep the lightwood version of it, kind of match it up with the other things going on in here. I think maybe a refrigerator would be good. I don't know if I want... Maybe have this here, and then a sink, maybe the sloppy sink. Yeah, that looks cute. Roni is still getting on my desk, by the way. He's having a moment. He's having a day. Or maybe we swap these. He can go right from the stove to the table, put the sink in the corner here. It is going to be a cramped space, just unfortunately something we're going to have to deal with in this section. But I'm thinking a refrigerator in this area is done. We think this is a vibe. So here is the refrigerator. Very cute. Just the little one as a treat. And I can fit a lot onto this stuff in the kitchen if I desire. I also want to give him like a nice little area. Like he's probably eating something on this counter, right? Because it's where he eats. So I'll give him some food over here. Something that has nothing to do with bugs. Something very safe for him. He seems like a cozy guy. I'll give him some pumpkin soup. I'll have some pumpkin soup over here. And then maybe on the lower one, I'm imagining, I don't know why I give a lower thing too, but maybe he has a kid. New cannon for Blathers. Maybe he has a little kid having some apple jelly down here. Or we could just put like a little snack down there, or a drink maybe. Or maybe, wait, no, even cuter, he could be studying down there. So he sits at the taller one to eat, and the smaller one is where he sits when he's like doing his little studies. So I could put a little homework set down there. And that is where Blathers does some research and such. I just feel like that makes a lot of sense. In the kitchen, I want to give him some, either the basket of fruit or the basket of veggies on top of the fridge, because I just feel like that's a really cute item to use. And I do think he would have something like that. I think we'll do veggies for him. Put the little veggie basket up here. I mean, he does have pumpkin soup, so makes sense. Have his little veggie basket. I do want to have something cooking on the stove as well. So maybe a pan item of some sort, if I even have one. Okay, it took me a hot second longer than it should have to find a, whatchamacallit, this. We're gonna do a veggie saute for him. And then I think on this other thing, I want to either have a kettle, like a soup kettle, or we could put the toaster or something like that, or the rice cooker maybe. I'm thinking maybe the soup kettle. It's like super cute. Explains where his pumpkin soup just came from. I'm so sorry that Roni is being like this today. We have curry, green curry, hot and sour. That one looks the most like the pumpkin soup, I think. Maybe. Let's take a look here. Those are pretty close. I'm gonna put the little soup kettle up here. He's got a lot going on in this little tiny kitchen. And then we need to add some detail. We need to give him some detail. So I do want him to have his own little like kitchen rug, something in here to kind of mark where the kitchen is. We can also not repeat any rugs, but I feel like that'll be fine. I'm not really worried about that. So we'll have this little rug here. Let me get my cat off of my desk again. Oh my goodness. And then also some wall decor in here. Wall decor. That's going to be something that's hard not to do any kind of repeating on, because I feel like I very often use the same, what is it called? The same like lights and plants on the wall just to make some symmetry happen. I'm going to go ahead and lock in that he would have the cuckoo clock on the wall in his study area. I just feel like that's necessary for him. He would absolutely have this. We're going to put this over here for later. In this room, I do think he would have some kind of like wall planter just for looks. And then I also want to do, I usually do in my kitchen area somewhere, the broom and dustpan, because I just feel like it makes sense keeping the cleaning supplies near the kitchen. That just adds up for me. So I'm thinking maybe we do this, or we could put it over here and then have a light on this side, because he definitely needs some lighting in the kitchen. Maybe just one of these, the iron wall lamp. And I could make it white to match with the refrigerator. Or I could change the refrigerator color if we desire. Kind of things can you make the fridge? I could make it a brown, but that might be a little depressing. Let me move my little face again here. Hold on. Okay, I've thought about it more, and I do think I want to keep the refrigerator white, but I wanted to see what the stickers could look like. He's definitely going to have this one. Oh my god, not red. Ew. Okay. I want to keep it white and then have these little stickers just to add some more busyness in the kitchen. I feel like I could add something else somewhere here, but we'll come back to that. I might add some additional like art and stuff later, just based on whatever we have left over. It makes me really sad that you can't add things to the wall partitions. Like that was such a huge L from Nintendo, but let's proceed. I also do want to have something going on over here. Just, I don't know, something to fill in this space to the left of the door. I was initially planning to have like a TV in his little living room area, but that is so not Blathers. Like if anything, I feel like he'd have the TV with a VCR, but I think I'm going to give him a little radio instead, like a little antique one. I just feel like that matches his energy as a person, as an owl, I guess. So I feel like I'm going to do that and then give him some kind of little planter for like flowers or a terrarium or something maybe. Maybe a bonsai or a moss ball for him as a treat. And then I do want to give him a comfy little couch. I'm thinking maybe the simple sofa. This one also kind of gives Blathers energies because it's vintage. But I don't know. I don't like the like metallic accents on it. I want his house to be very cozy. So the back being very metallic is not. I feel like it's not great. I'm gonna do maybe the simple sofa then here. I feel like this is cute. It matches the vibe of the room. Now I don't know if I want this wall partition. Does this feel too modern for Blathers? I mean, I guess I could also turn it around, have it like this as like an entryway piece for the door. So we could have this, and then I could have like a little table with his antique radio maybe. I don't know. I just want the room to make sense. And right now I'm like, I don't know if this is giving Blathers or if it's giving Lex wanting a modern home energy. Okay, wait, I've been experimenting. I think I definitely want to give him this little like book, like dresser thing, but maybe turning the couch like this and then adding a plant or something could be the vibe. I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm coping and this is ugly. Katie, if you're visiting and you're looking at it and you're like, what is this pile of garbage? Please be nice. I'm just a girl. I cannot figure out how to make this attractive. I feel like, I don't know, maybe I just need to lean more into the clutter core energy, but I want to give him a little rug over here of some sort for sure. Something to, I want something green, maybe this. And that kind of separates this little room off. I could also move this back. No, I cannot. Okay. Can I walk into the living room area, or is this an unusable? I can, and he can sit. Okay, beautiful. I think if we add more clutter, it'll start to come together a little better. It's the light wood is what's bothering me. The light wood pieces all around the house, because now I feel like I should change these too to be like a lighter wood. Let me see how that looks, I guess. Okay, at least this matches a little better with like the rest of the room, like if everything is a lighter wood. I just don't know about these partitions now. I don't know if I like the vibe of having this at the entryway, but I do want the living room to be separated off, so I don't know what the trade-off here is. I guess I could turn it around again. No, because then it would be like that, and that's ugly too. I don't know, chat. I don't know how to like separate this room in a way that is visually pleasing. I also just don't like that these don't line up exactly. But I want to separate the kitchen off as well. Let me cook. Let me cook. Okay, Blathers is going to be embracing some technology here. I am going to give him a little phone. Should I put that in his office, actually? Put it over here for now. I was considering wall decor for this area. I think we'll do a radiator in here as a treat. And then I do want to give him a little light switch for the wall over here. He does have electricity, so that's good. I feel like I've never changed to the light switch customization. That's crazy. We also want to do some kind of art or plant on the wall in the living room. Just to give it some more busyness, I guess. I'm thinking maybe this fancy frame for the living room. The gold could work. We could do this light brown too, though. And you could have something. I know there's not going to be anything like a museum-esque. We can do this. This is his old museum. Blathers canonically living in a beautiful old museum. And then some kind of plant on the wall too, probably. Maybe just the floral swag could be cute. I don't know. I feel like he would have some busier wall decor though, so I just want to add that in. Alrighty, I'm feeling pretty good about that. So far, no repeated items. We're doing well, just going for that cluttered aesthetic. It was easier on the interior than I anticipated, but I do think it's going to be more challenging when we're outdoors, because then I can't like repeat any of the flowers or anything, or repeat, I mean. Again, I'm still a little stumped on what to do over here. I might just do a little bench of some sort to put like shoes on or something like that. Could be cute. Let me cook again. Okay, surprise! I added a lot of things that I thought could be useful in the space First of all, I think I do want to have this little bird over here, like looking outside. Is there a better customization? Maybe just the white. Could have this little guy over here. I do want to have like some kind of low board or something by the door, or maybe just this. Like this is recently shipped and we just have that sitting out. Yeah, so we could keep it more cluttered than even I anticipated. Have this over here too. I don't know. I do want him to be able to get outside though. Should I add some kind of rug item to like mark the outdoor entrance over there? Maybe. We have this. No. We could do... The tiles feel so big, actually. No, I don't know. We could have this leading outside. This just feels like an outdoor one. Like it looks like metal. It's so hard to move stuff around when you have a lot going on in here. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe we don't need... Maybe we don't... My Roni is on the desk again. Look at this. That's his tail. Okay. Maybe we give up instead of doing this. Chad, is it okay to give up as a treat? Yeah, okay, I think maybe a mat is just not gonna work and run in that doorway. Okay, instead I'm gonna focus on the study area first because I just feel like that's going to be helpful for clearing out everything else. So for sure, items I want in the study area are gonna be a table, like some kind of table where he's studying, and the bookshelf. I think I could do the bookshelf against the back of the kitchen. Yeah, see, that looks nice. Then we could do this. Let me move this around. I'm running out of space to put extra things. I could also put this over here, just in the corner. Let me see if I can fit this anywhere else. Okay, the tool shelf is going because it just doesn't fit anywhere cleanly. I think he would have a little plant in here, and I wanted to do that one because it adds some color to the space. But also just have his scattered papers here. He could have some little boxes over here in the corner. I do want his phone to be accessible, and it is right now. I did have this, the little like filing cabinet, but we can get rid of it because of the library books looking so perfect over there. Could add this little milk can. I feel like that's fine. Maybe switch these around. Maybe I move his phone actually to the other wall so he can answer while he's at his desk. So have it like right here. Cool. And I do want to give him some kind of little chair over there. I was gonna add this somewhere, but I don't feel like it's gonna fit, so we're gonna get rid of that. I do want a chair for him to sit in when he's doing his studies, his research. So we'll get one of those. And then I didn't add any of the miscellaneous items yet, just because I knew there was so much to fix with the items that I had just added. So we'll get into that next. I feel like he'd have like an easy to move chair like this one, just so he can wheel around between his like bookcase and his desk. So we'll do this. He's feeling like a doctor. Something is missing in this room. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna be happier with this interior than I am with my typical ones. That I stand by. I'm gonna move this and put the lamp over here instead. Give him a little extra lighting in this space. This I feel like can go somewhere else. I was thinking about having one of these. I think I'll get rid of this and add this over here. Maybe he has this up here. This right here. I want to make it white and then... and that. That's cute. So now I just have this. I could add this right here. A little milk can that he's got. I do want it to be a little messy. I wonder if this would fit on here. It does. But at what cost? I really like this box. I don't know if I want to keep it though, just because we're limited on space here. I also don't like the bird cage now that this is here, so we'll keep that. I don't know. Let me think. Okay, so one thing I did want to fit into Blathers' area is this chalkboard, or I want it somewhere. So I'm honestly considering getting rid of the library, but I just feel like the library books are so helpful. I could do this and then add the library over here and get rid of two of these, or put this here, get rid of this and make it a ceiling light, and then I could swap this around to be this way. That could also work. I just feel like he would have a chalkboard. I could also put the chalkboard on the wall and then have this flipped around again like I had it before, which could be cute. I kind of liked that setup too. Do I need to move this over in this case? Probably not. Okay. This is going to be a pretty full room, but I feel like it's finally coming together. I think we are going to get rid of this box just because I don't know where else to put it. Have this over here, close to the desk as we can get it. Maybe I get rid of this plant too, honestly, or just put it in this corner over here. This just feels too in the way, I think, for some reason. Maybe if I swap this over here, put this down here, a little area there. I wish there was like a wall thing that I could do instead of the chalkboard. Maybe there is. There is this cork board. Chalkboard is just so helpful, but yeah, maybe we replace it with a bulletin board. over here for him. Oh, did not mean to move that. Decorating is kind of difficult, guys. I always forget how involved this is until I do it again. And I'm like, wow. Okay, maybe I do this. Maybe we do that. I think more wall decor will also be helpful here. So maybe we give him a little diploma on the wall. He's very studious. He is an accomplished young researcher. Not young, but you get what I mean. And then we'll do some miscellaneous items. I want to give him something bookish for sure. Because obviously, like, he's a studying guy. We'll do a document stack on one side. We'll do text documents, I think. Do this over here. And then a book open beside it, perhaps. Oh, there is a like bug research thing though. We'll do that even though he hates bugs. Like, he would absolutely be studying them anyway, because even though he hates them, he tells us about all the insects because he's just a very dedicated researcher. He's dedicated to the craft of doing his job. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to put on the walls over here that would be like sensical for this area. Also, I don't think I've repeated anything, but if I have, please tell me. He would absolutely have some models like this, some little fish things going on. I think he'd be a mostly practical guy, so I don't want to add a lot of stuff just for the aesthetic. I just feel like he would focus on using his wall space productively for things he needs to know. So we'll do that. Can these be customized in a cool way? Not really. Not really. Okay, I've added the blue marlin and moved the butterfly fish over here because I just feel like he'd have both. And then I want something to go on the living room wall, but maybe just something like something small like this, like the academic painting. Maybe Blathers also studies humans. He's into critters. Maybe he studies our version of humans instead of like the Animal Crossing version of humans. You know what I mean? Fascinating. Okay, so I'm happy with the study area and all of that. I feel like I still want to give him something in this corner. So I'm thinking maybe one of the low tables or something. Maybe even this log bench, just as like a place to put his stuff when he comes in. So we'll have this little bench here, put his little shoes, give him some boots. And then what else would Blathers have on the bench right next to the door? None of the bags look great. I'm gonna put him a little coat on the wall as a treat. This is gonna be cute. He would definitely have something practical that he could wear out on his little excursions to go look at fish or whatever it is he does in his free time. Something practical, maybe just a flannel shirt. Could I find a jacket or something to go over though? Wait, I'm gonna give him this yodel cardigan. That's so cute. So I'm gonna put this right here for him, just on his way out the door. I also do want to give some more stuff on this wall. I'm not sure what yet. Maybe a little Blathers photo. Imagine. Is it like a little narcissistic to have his own picture on the wall? I don't think so. This is whose house it is. Just put this over here. I feel like he could have some kind of like plant on the wall other than this. Maybe just the dried flower garland instead of, like, I already have the dried flowers, but this is a different item, so it doesn't count. We'll keep this for that one. Just to have that over the door as a treat. And then I haven't used any of these items, like any of the other hanging flowers. I've done this one, a wall planter, but like the hanging terrarium could work just to like fill in his home space. And then we could have this on here. No, we cannot. We're just gonna get rid of that. I think I want to put his keys over by the door as the miscellaneous item, if I can find those again. Okay, depressingly, these are the only critter items I've caught in the game, apparently. So that's really neat, but I feel like I should include one somewhere. Maybe we get rid of the document stack and add one of the bugs instead. Like, he could have a butterfly because that's a butterfly encyclopedia and he's studying. He would hate it, but like, ultimately could be important. I'm gonna leave this document stack over here as a treat. He just has his studies spread throughout his home, but that gives him something to study at his desk, which I feel like just makes sense for him. Like, I feel like it'd be weird if it'd be weirder for him not to have any critters in his home than it is for him to have one that he hates. I'm so sorry to Blathers. Like, I'm not trying to make this difficult for you, but I promise. I could also match the vibe by adding this little mat in here as like an entrance mat. Or maybe I could swap these. I like the vibe of this one at the doorway. This could work. Okay, let me see how I feel here. Also, a little watcher check. Hello, hello. If you're enjoying the video, please do leave a like and comment which NPC is your favorite in the game. I feel like everyone has a very opinionated favorite, and it's usually like Celeste or Leaf. But I want to hear yours. Okay, I'm pretty happy with everything else, so we're gonna move on to some ceiling items, see if there's anything here that I think would be helpful. Well, I feel like the ceiling items really leave something to be desired. Like there's just not much going on with them. I'm gonna add the light bulb to his study area just because I feel like he would have that. Naked bulb, very practical guy. He's like, yep, I just want light and that's it. He doesn't care about lampshades. The rest of this I just feel like doesn't fit in this house. I don't know. Like, I really like the curtains in some scenarios, but they go down so low that it just feels nonsensical to have. I could put them over the food here. That doesn't make sense either. Maybe put them over here. Yeah, see, it just doesn't make sense. Let me try the vertical curtains. Can they be used? Wait, that could be a vibe here. Okay, wait a second. Do I not hate all the curtain items? I wonder what I could... Is there a way to change the way they look that would like enhance the vibes? I did not realize there were all these customizations. I feel like I've never looked at this actually. That's crazy. Do this for the vibes. Is his house done? Wait, I feel like it's not perfect, but I'm not good at interiors typically, so I need you guys to withhold any judgment. I feel like this is cute. Little bachelor pad, his research zone. He's a cutie. Okay, wait, I turned the light off in here and I kind of prefer the natural like ambiance, the natural lighting. It just makes it look cozier. So we're gonna leave it like this. And I'm gonna see if I can get some good photos, and if not, good luck anyway to me in the future. So now we're going outside. Not sure what kind of vibe I want to consider for out here. I'm changing this just so that I've moved my face just so I can switch the weather. I think I want it to be later in the day slightly. That just looks better to me. I do want to keep the house here. One more over and we put a tree over here, or we move it closer over here and we have more room for trees this way. I don't know. I'm going to play around with it, like pathing and stuff for a bit. I think we do keep it in summer for his house. Yeah, let's get into actually choosing these builds, even though I can't do any repeat items, which is going to be difficult. I'm just realizing that I never bought anything but the dirt path and the dark dirt path and the terracotta tiles, so I have limited pathing options, but I'm not really mad at it because I feel like I would have used this anyway. We also didn't specify, but I'm assuming no custom design paths. If Katie used them, that's fine. I just don't know if we're supposed to, so I'm gonna not do that, but we didn't say no custom designs at all, though. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I really wish these weren't so obnoxious. The bridges to, like, build on. That's the best pathing I can do with this situation, which is annoying. So we'll do that. We'll do that for now. Okay. It's going well. Okay, given the limitation, I think we should pick trees first. I'm gonna say that fruit trees don't count as duplicates because they're different. And Katie, for watching this later, because you're like, how did she get multiple trees? Because I'm thinking real hard. We're gonna do this tree back here, doesn't count because it's not one that I placed, so we're gonna do another one of those. Then I'm gonna do a regular hardwood tree, okay? Regular hardwood tree. And then I'm gonna do a little peach tree. But watch this. We're gonna unbuild it. Brand new item. Brand new item. Never before seen. We're gonna do this. I do want him to have, like, some kind of little, like, research thing going on out here. I don't know if I can, like, I don't think I can, like, bury stuff, which is sad. But I want him to have some kind of little work set up somewhere. What? I have terracotta pathing. So I could do, like, he has a little research center. Honestly, I could do one right here. This pathing is so ugly. Chat, are we cooked? What kind of paths do I have, custom design-wise? Nothing good. Nothing good for this. Oh, I could do these planks. Okay, we're saved. We're saved. Go ahead and get rid of this. And also, get rid of this guy. Roni wants you guys' attention, so hang around. Look at this. Look at this. Hey. All right, he doesn't want to look at you guys, but he's definitely here. And he's been really important for the building process, actually. Also, Roni says to buy my merch. I'm wearing it right now. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry, Roni. See that little goose? Barely could, but it's Roni approved. His cat hair is all over. Okay, I've redone the pathing a little bit. I'm going to assume that tiles like this do count if you repeat them, just because they're not pathways. So we're gonna leave those there. There is my little area for him to have some research going on. I think I want to give him another little table out here. And actually, you know what? I kind of want to give him a little fishing rod. I think I'll do the flimsy one because it looks more natural. We could have this like hanging over the edge here and then give him a table here and maybe put a fish on it so he can be researching little fish outside. I'm giving him a wood plank table because of the way that it's shaped. It could be like warped by rain and stuff. Like it wasn't meant to be outside, but he put it out here anyway, just as a treat. And then I think I'm maybe just gonna give him a stool for this one just because I don't know. It doesn't feel like he should have a whole chair out here. So we'll give him this little seat. Does it have a better version? Yes, and then I'm gonna put a fish. I'm gonna put a fish and then some like documents, like paperwork or something. For fish, we have the carp, the black bass. I feel like the black bass could be catchable here. So we'll do this one. Put him right here, and then some kind of paperwork. We could be evil and put the little cut like fish fillets beside him, but we won't. Don't worry. I'm pretty sure we can't repeat items between the indoors and the outdoors either. So I'm not going to. Oh, wait, does this fence count as a repeat item? I think it might. Let me take down the fence. Let me take down the fence. Let me get rid of this guy. We'll only have one fence over there in that sort. And then I'm thinking maybe we do, hold on, let me get back to the fences. I'm thinking maybe we do a different kind of fence for the other side. Count if they're different fences. We could even do like a hedge over here. A little hedge back there. That's one hedge. And then I think we add one of these over here. Not there. Maybe over here. Yeah, so we only do one of each of the fences. I didn't even think about how fences were repeat items. That's crazy. So we're not going to do that. Maybe have the bamboo slats fence over here and then a bush to kind of fill in. That was crazy. That was like eye-opening for me. And do the tree. We're gonna do a little camellia bush. Get rid of the flowers. We'll do a different bush on this side. Get rid of the flowers. Okay, it's coming together. The outdoors is coming together, giving him something very basic, but definitely livable. On this side, I'm not sure what we want to do, like on the side where the little trees are. I love my little hack for the fruit tree being baby. Can't wait for Katie to be like, what is this? Or maybe she does the same thing. Maybe she does the same thing. I cannot wait to see her build. Okay, wait, I've edited this side to be like a little workstation for him where he like builds tools and stuff. And I think I just add a little weed over here instead of the other bush so that it's not as busy. So I could do just a regular sized weed. I'm guessing the weeds count as dupes even if you make them different like growth stages. So we're just gonna put this little guy right here, right here. We'll put him on the edge. There we go. Okay, so we have this going on over here. I'm pretty happy with this area. I don't think I'm going to mess around with it anymore, but this area, especially right beside his house, is going to be kind of confusing, I think. Let's go ahead and edit his house, actually, to make it the kind we want. Could give him a bigger house, and then there's less room on the side, so I could just fill that in with like a couple of bushes or something. I feel like he would have this house style. We can give him whatever color we want. I'm thinking green because it's nice and calming. I feel like he'd have a nice wooden house, not gonna lie to you. Maybe brick. I think the wood, like, cavity energy is more him. Be that one, and then give him maybe a green door, actually, too. Green doors are really cute and pretty, so we'll do that. Like, he'd have a very basic one like this. Nothing too detailed, but even without the window. Then for this, I think there's a fossil door plate. I don't have that, so we're just gonna give him this one as a treat. So we'll have a little door plate. And then I can extend the pathway one more. I like this little house for him. I think this is cute. And then I can just fill in this side with something random that's tall, I guess. I'll look through the inventory that I have here and figure out if anything is like speaking to me. Okay, I'm thinking of maybe giving him like a few crops that he tends. Just like here. Just like 5 of them. I think that's how many crops there are, and we can't do a repeat, so we'll do one of these, one of these, one of these, one of these, and one of these, and just have them all over here. Treat. So he has his own little like crop area going on. I just feel like this is cute. Makes sense for him too. I don't know what to put between them, but we're getting there. We're getting there. I could maybe do a fence of some type between these. Maybe do like a straw fence. How do I rotate? Actually, no, I want to get rid of that. I want to get rid of this and put it on this side. And then we can fill in with some bushes to give it some more, whatchamacallit? Some more nature, some more lushness, I guess. So I've already done a hydrangea bush, I think. We'll do an azalea. We'll do a tea olive over here, actually, with no, whatchamacallit, no blooms. We can do a hibiscus, or no, we'll do a plumeria over here. Do this, and then, ooh, no, maybe we put that there and have some flowers, actually, because he would want some flowers around so that he could attract more critters, even though he doesn't like bugs. We'll do this one here. No repeat flowers either. Do a little yellow hyacinth in the front here. Maybe a Cosmo as a treat. I honestly kind of want to have like a little stool with something on it that he's studying out here, because I feel like he would do that. I just feel like he would have some kind of work going on outside too. As a treat, we'll have a little log stool here as if it's a cut down tree. Excuse me, Blathers, love you, King. We'll have that, and then we'll have some papers of some sort on it, like he's been working. Ooh, I don't know what to put. Maybe we'll just do the strapped books. He's been studying out here. We'll do another bush behind this tree because it feels a little empty back there. For that one, we'll just do the holly bush with no blooms. I feel like the exterior is finally coming together. I'm trying to like walk you guys through my thought process for it. I just want him to have something lush but kind of casual. Something like he does have his little worker space. It's again just trying to balance the academic with like an actual outdoorsy space. I don't think I like the strapped books actually. So maybe I just leave this stool here and then add something else on the other side. Or I could do like a shovel or something. A little item that he might actually be using over here. And that, yeah, that looks cute, I think. And then I just need to fill in this area beside his house with stuff that isn't totally nonsensical, I guess. Okay, I'm done. I'm gonna leave it at this. I think Blathers has had enough of my brain power today, and I cannot wait to see Katie's build. Let's head over and see what Katie thinks of my build.
Hi, Lex's chat and comment section. Oh my goodness, what an absolute pleasure to be collabing with Lex yet again on a Happy Home Paradise build. I am so thankful for a bestie in the Animal Crossing content community that is keeping this game alive. So Lex, I love you so much. Can't wait to react to your build in this no repeat item challenge. So let's see what you cooked up, shall we? Oh my god, it looks so good. Wait, is this the same location that I chose? It looks, okay, it's not the same, but it looks so similar. The fact that we even picked relatively similar maps is pretty bonkers to me. Oh my gosh, it looks so cute already. Let's go ahead and tour it. Oh, how precious. Oh, here is our one placed weed, as I knew we would see at least one of them. Okay, this is adorable, and I feel like we were super aligned in so many different ways aesthetically. Hers is in daytime, mine's in nighttime. We both have a bridge to cross. Oh, and here's a little study area outdoors, which totally makes sense. Like, you catch your fish right here, you study it right here. Blathers always be studying. Look at him, he's gardening even right now. And hi, bestie Lex. Oh, even in your animated form, I just want to hug you. Oh, and she also did the stunted tree trick. Oh, thank God. I was convinced that she would be like, that's cheating, but she actually did the same, so we're kindred spirits. Okay, let's check out the inside. I can't wait to see it. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Oh, I love, oh, and of course, I can actually move around in hers. Mine is truly just a cluttered mess. Look at Blathers right here, reading. Oh, he's reading about bugs. Okay, so in this location, he is empowered and he feels confident and fearless about reading about bugs. And I absolutely love it. Not one item repeated. And I love too that Lex and I had a similar theme of keeping a vacation home, but clearly with very studious and academic elements incorporated. But Lex is a better Animal Crossing player than me, hands down, because she actually gave him a kitchen. I just gave him books and books and books. And I love too as well that we have a little pumpkin soup over here. Of course, we had some crops growing outside, which I'm just obsessed with. Lex, this is so good. Lex, this was so fun collaborating with you. You crushed it, truthfully. It was so fun to see also how similar yet different our builds and takes on this challenge was. So much fun as per usual. If y'all are watching this, please give my bestie Lex some love in the comments. She so deserves it. One of the best people I know in this community. Thanks again. I had so much fun.
Okay, thank you so much, Katie, for doing this collaboration with me. It's been so long since I did a build collab with another Animal Crossing YouTuber, so this was amazing. Thank you so much, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember to go and check out Katie's. I will link it in the description, as well as her channel, and anything else you want to know, make sure to drop any comments if you have questions, thoughts, concerns, and I'll see you guys next time. But for now, bye!